Good morning and welcome back to my Forex and market analysis for 16th of July. It's Thursday today. So let's start off with dollar index. So yesterday I talked about this P being in a choppy range after an expansion, and I put out three scenarios. Either we could break above and continue, either we can sweep and then continue, or we can break to the downside end. Then the trend shifts and we go from bullish to being bearish. If I look at weekly, we sweep last week's high and we are going to the downside. Yesterday we closed below this 2nd of July, so almost 14 days, almost 2 weeks, we closed below this. If I look at 4 hour, we are getting multiple fair value gaps. So let me clean up my chart. There is this fair value gap, bearish, there's this, and there is this. So clearly enough, the momentum is to the downside. Now, going forward, I will be, we also sweep this, and this is a break. So that means lower low, and then we sweep this high, and we finally break this. So there's no question in that the trend is going to the downside. So moving forward, I'll be looking for sells in dollar pairs and potentially buys in euro and pound. Let's look at 4 hour. 4 hour we have multiple FPGs, and I'm expecting price to tap into one of the FPG and continue going to the downside. It could be here, it could be here. I'm expecting this. Yeah, so I'm bearish on dollar index. For EU, I had three scenarios. Either we sweep this swing and continue going to the downside, which is this one, or we close above and continue moving to the upside, or we break below and continue moving to the downside. But we did not get any of these. So let's say we would have closed above somewhere over this, but we did not. Then I would have continued looking for buys, but still there is not enough bullish confirmation for me. Again, it does not matter if uh, dollar index is bearish, it could still flip, and I cannot trade EU based on dollar index. DXY is just to give an overall broad perspective of market. And EU, we did not close above. We can technically sweep and close back in and then continue going to the downside. So today's candle would be really important one. If we get a good candle and we close above, I will start buying. If we get a sweep and close under, I will start selling. So today's candle is something to look out for. But for today, I don't see any structure that breaks this choppy cycle or this consolidation cycle. So this is a exhaustion, this is a consolidation, and technically more often than not, we just sweep the consolidation high and continue going to the with the trend. That's why we have to wait and watch for today's candle. Geo clearly bullish. It's really clear that euro is just sideways. Meanwhile, pound is just moving to the upside. So pound is really stronger, much stronger than euro currently. If I look at weekly, we had a C2, C3 from a swing point, and there was also a swing point here, but no reaction at all. So overall, I'm quite bullish on GU. Um, Again, I had three scenarios here. First one. So we were in an uptrend. This was a change in state of delivery. Clearly tell it's an uptrend. Yesterday I had three scenarios. Either we sweep this and continue going to the upside, or we completely break down and then go to the downside, or we break above the structure and then continue going to the upside. So we got the third point. Now, for today, I'll be looking, although it's a really extended candle, I'll be careful about that, but I'll be looking for buys to the next drawn liquidity, which will be these levels. So I'll be moving it to long. UK. Yesterday I was bearish and it gave a trade. I had marked out this bearish fair value gap. We exactly tap into the bearish fair value gap and we go to the downside. There was a really good entry from here. This. For today, it's very clear. Trend is to the downside. Yesterday we got a close below the previous candle, and I'm expecting UK to continue going to the downside. For today, let's look if we have any bearish FPG or not. We are inside an FPG right now. Like this. And we also have an FPG here, which could also give me a sweep of yesterday's high. So this will be yesterday's high. We sweep it, we tap into FPG. We have a 4-hour swing point, which is this lower high. We have an FPG. We tap, we sweep, and we continue going to the downside. Or if price doesn't want to go up, it could just continue going down from here, from this fair value gap. So these two scenarios we have. I will talk about entries later, but for now, it's just my analysis. You can give a really good trade. I was bearish, and the reason was sweep. We closed really good on 4 hourly. We had a change in state of delivery, and we had a bearish fair value gap. We tap into fair value gap, we get a really good candle. Entry here, stop loss here, and go to the downside. Such a good trade. For today, we close below. We have a draw in liquidity, which is this point. I will mark it as weak swing. Why? Because still the trend is to the upside. But we got a change in state of delivery on daily time frame. So this was the move up. This was the first candle that made that move. And if we get a close below, it will be a change in state of delivery. Today, I'm expecting price to give me a wick and continue going to the downside, eventually to these levels. Do we have 4-hour fair value gap? Yes, we have two. So one will be this, and the another one will be the one we are in right. Although this is almost broken, I'm not so confident. But if you tap into this, there could be a really good entry to the sell side. So I'll move these two to the sell side. Now gold. Weekly gold just wicks and wicks, wicks. There's nothing much. Daily. Huh. I was expecting if we got a close below, then we can continue selling, but I'm not. I don't think gold is doing anything. It's just up and down. Even if I look at daily, price is just not going anywhere. We got a break. We were supposed to go down, but we didn't. So I think it's just in a choppy range. What I want is either to break above this, and then we continue going to the upside. Why this? Because this will be a change in state of delivery. We got a lower low. This is lower high. This is the first candle that was bearish candle. So we market side. If you get a close above this, I will expect gold to go to the upside. Second scenario will be this is an important drawn liquidity, which will be a weak swing as well. If we get a close below this point, let's say, and if there is enough range for me to trade till here, then I will trade. But if let's say the candle closes till here and there's not enough range for me to trade till here, then I won't short. But for gold, these two are my scenarios. I won't be taking a trade before these two scenarios. Sorry. So either a close and break above the change in state of delivery, or a break below the lower low and we make another lower low. So this will be lower high. So if a break, but I'll be careful of this drawn liquidity because it's really big when we have here. Price just not willing to go down. If I have enough range, I will sell. Else, I will wait for complete breakdown and then go to the downside. So for gold and EU, I have no setups for today. I'll be having them. For UCAN, really bearish. UCHF, really bearish. And GU clearly bullish, which also matches with dollar index. So dollar index is bearish. These two are supposed to be bearish, and this is supposed to be bullish. Now for entries, again, entries are from, I will, let me, 4 hour fair value gap or 4 hour swing point. These two are types of entries that are only possible to take. So let's say yesterday's entry was a fair value gap entry, but if I get an entry from here, it will be a 4 hour fair value gap entry. But if I get an entry from here, it will be a 4 hour swing point entry. So I'll be looking for these places in UCHF. I think even this, but it's too far, so not possible. And here will be fair value gap, although it's really big one. But I think I can get some range. Yeah, that's it. That's for my analysis for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.